Oh, we are back straight into it. The first thing I saw was this. What's this? Which is a funny sight, to be sure. A few different game modes. So I just finished the original, and like last night before I went to bed, I was like, let me check up on some Metal Gear lore. So I did play the first game, but I didn't finish it. But I don't remember too much from it. But as I was watching these videos, it was like coming back to me, because I was like, let me watch some about the first game so I can jog my memory. I think the big detail I remembered is that this is not the same person that's in the first game. I was kind of like umming and ahhing about that. I'm like, wait, is it the same? It's not. It's a clone of him, which I remember some sort of cloning thing. And he, in the first game, they have his like remains, like Big Boss's remains, and this is Big Boss. And I think watching a couple of videos like explaining stuff has really helped, because I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of understand it now. Well, I like Metal Gear Solid 3, so I want to play modern action controls, freely movable third-person camera. No, I want to do it in the new style, because I just played the other game in this style, and while I think that'd be cool, I want to see how it differentiates. Wait, what was that? European Extreme. Game over upon being detected by the enemy? Holy. It actually tells you the difference. That's pretty cool. I just actually released the following. You don't have any sensor items? Oh, okay. Let's do normal, because that's, you know. I might as well view all tips, because I think there might be some stuff that is different.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I wonder if the same voice actor. Sounds the same. David Hayter, I think his name is. Based on Metal Gear Solid 3. So this is called Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I've only ever seen like little bits of trailers, and I was like, yeah, I would play that if I played the original. I don't know why, I like having the comparison. I think now knowing the story a bit better will be better. I hope there isn't as many fucking cutscenes.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization.
So far it looks exactly the same.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still.
Like, obviously the graphics are improved.
Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility. Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
That's new, I think.
Approaching release point. 10 minutes to drop off. Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
It's still got all that dramaticness. I think that's just like the Kojima style.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
It's very cinematic
6
that
minutes
way.
to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Like these cutscenes, the camera really moves around, which is good, you know. Has a very striking style. The music is very good. See, I think my problems with the original game is the way in which the story is told is a little annoying. They just like tell you, they talk so much, especially in the beginning. Cutscenes just feel like they do not end, which I hope isn't the case here.
First Halo jump. 10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
The other thing is like
Status okay. All green.
the biggest problem. Well, I guess the other problem is the gameplay is dated. I got used to it after a while, but it's still very annoying, and like doing things quickly was a very challenging task. Like if I had to shoot someone quickly, I couldn't go into first person. Like I couldn't just shoot them. I had to go into first person, move the camera. It was all very awkward and janky. It didn't happen too often, but more so towards the end of the game where things start to ramp up. And yeah, some things are just annoying. Like I remember one problem I had was
Jack, I've got some
proning
important news.
when I would
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous
when you would
mission.
prone and then you'd come across an uneven
No,
surface,
the virtuous
Snake would
mission.
immediately
The
just
future of our Fox
bolt
unit
up,
depends on it. If
and it
succeeds,
could get
we'll
you
be
seen by
officially
enemies.
organized into a unit.
Virtuous.
Well, that's the other thing,
mission.
you can't crouch walk, which is a bit of
Sounds like
a
some kind of
annoyance.
initiation ritual.
Don't
Sneaking
get
up
cocky,
behind
this is a
enemies is
training
a bit tough because of that.
So what exactly is this wonderful?
Because you can't like
Well,
grab them, you have to sneak up behind them and
About 2
prone,
years
and then
ago,
get up and then
a certain
go for them.
Soviet scientist requested asylum in
Oh, and
the
yeah,
West
and
from
grabbing
one of
enemies,
our
you can't do
models.
anything with them.
His name
I
is
could
Nikolai
interrogate them, but the one
Stepanovich
time I did that, it didn't do
Head of the
anything.
OKB 754
And,
Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top
like, I
secret
never had to do it
research
again.
facilities, and the
So-
East's foremost expert on weapons development.
There was a few like gimmicky
Isn't
things like that.
famous rocket scientist?
I was just thinking like
Very
climbing
safe.
trees isn't really that helpful.
On April
Like
12th,
I never used it.
1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit.
Sometimes I just
was
say shit,
A1,
you know?
was the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible
Like, I hate
for the
this.
multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
They
After
just like
Gagarin's
talk and
flight,
talk and talk and
Sokolov
explain
left
everything.
rocket development,
You don't really
become
learn
head of the
anything
newly
as you're playing the
established
game. It's
design
almost
bureau.
like everything else is forgotten about. Like that was my favorite part when I was just playing. But like the middle of the
It
game
seems
where
he's
you're in the
become afraid of
jungle
his
and
own
then you go
creations.
to the base and
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that,
they do
his
reuse
country
locations
was
a couple
family
times, but I
behind
think
and
that's
went over
just like the
fence.
times
Not
and the
exactly.
budget.
One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something...
I'm thinking about the original game. One thing I would have liked is
October
more ways to
16,
take out enemies. I think 99% of the
President Kennedy
time,
received
I
word
just
that
use the
Soviets
pistol, the
were
headshot.
deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in
Talking
Cuba.
like stealthily take out enemies.
The President demanded that the Soviets
I'm sure there are other ways. I learned that you could throw
Time
food,
he
and
announced a
apparently that
naval
distracts
blockade to
enemies.
prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down. Instead,
I never really
placing
had to
their
use
armed
that,
forces
though.
on secondary alert. Soviet transport
Stuff like that
missiles
feels a bit
continued on course
gimmicky.
towards Cuba. US
'Cause anything
and
that I
Soviet
don't
forces
have
were
to
on alert
do
for an all-out nuclear war.
to
Frantic
survive, it might have made my life
negotiations
easier,
UN's
but
Emergency Security Council
I don't think the game was too hard anyway.
to end the hair-trigger standoff.
I think the hardest part was
Finally, on
probably
October
the fight
28th,
against the Fury.
The Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles
Just all the
from Cuba,
fire everywhere
so the world
was
avoided
a bit
nuclear
difficult.
holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians.
I've zoned out throughout this whole section, which also happened in the original game, but at least I have the excuse this time that I've heard all this
They
before.
wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
Even though, like,
At the time, we had
the
no
Shagohod
idea.
is mostly done, they still really want
We were
Sokolov.
running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital.
But you were saying that
handed him over to
Khrushchev is
agents
more of
on the
a
eastern side. Sokolov
I'll
kept
threaten
screaming,
nuclear war,
"Save
but I won't
me,"
actually
until
do
he
it
disappeared.
type of person. And it's
Then a
funny
month
that
ago,
that's a
We
thing.
received
Like,
some new information.
I'm pretty
from
sure
our
Major
boss.
Zero said that at the end of the first game, where he's like, he's more of a
Yes.
deterrent
He was
kind of
taken back
person.
to the research facility and forced to continue working
But
on the
he's
weapon in
asking them for
question.
Sokolov so that
Peace
they can
with
build a nuclear weapon.
What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No,
It's a Metal Gear.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Do you know what? Can I skip this? Yeah, let's do that. Let's like just fucking skip it. I think I got through most of it in the end, but I think I can skip most of these cutscenes because, like, what difference is it gonna make? It's not gonna make me understand the story any better. I won't skip the cutscenes if Snake is talking to someone important. I understand the boss a bit more now. I think while I was playing, I was really confused.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yaz
Oh, they've got
in the
that still.
Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
But like, I understand more now, and I understand Snake a bit more as well. Whereas Boss was originally sent to
Don't get
be
Sokolov back before that weapon is complete. We'll
sleeper
be facing a
agent.
major crisis.
She wanted to get
The
the
clock is
Philosopher's
ticking.
Legacy from Volgin. But she gave the nuclear weapon to Volgin, and
Once
after
we
he
confirm the rescue
blew
of
up
Sokolov, stand
the
by
base,
the recovery point.
I guess
The recovery
Russia
balloon
itself
will be
was like,
dropped at that
hey,
point.
America, what the hell?
Helium
What
will
is
be
this?
pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process
So America
takes
were
about
like,
20 minutes.
okay, Snake, you're gonna
Once it's
go kill the
complete,
boss, and we're
gunship arm
gonna
will
pin the
latch
whole
onto
thing on
balloon
her.
and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system.
And the boss kind of
I'm
knew
familiar
that,
with the theory.
and
Take it
obviously
easy. It's been combat.
Snake fulfilled his mission.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
Yeah, that never
She's
happened,
equipped
did it?
with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds
And then
like
you've
she
also
can hold her
got,
own against a battalion of tanks.
What's her name?
Even
Eva,
with the fuel in the
her
reserve
mission,
tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit.
getting the Philosopher's
All
Legacy
goes
as well.
It shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
I like his voice actor. He sounds very matter of fact. I know, I like his delivery. Feels very cold, which I think fits. The game looks pretty good. Oh, that happened again. I mean, damn, the game looks good. I can already tell that the lighting is so much more impactful. It's much crispier, if that makes sense. Oh, was that sweat? The detail. That's something the original game had, was a lot of really cool details. And I guess some of them are gimmicky, for sure, but some of them are like, I thought pretty cool. The one I can think of is when he walks over bodies, his animation changes.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention.
They gotta mention Naked Snake because there's a fucking bunch of different
Don't
snakes.
like snakes?
What do you mean?
So in the first game, he's Solid Snake,
Survival training.
and then the bad guy's Liquid Snake,
I don't know if
and
I could order that
they're
in a restaurant.
Be
twins
careful, you might not have a choice.
of
you,
and
Major?
clones of this snake who is Naked
Let's
Snake.
see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
And I learnt
This will
I
be
might
a
play
secret
Metal Gear
mission.
Solid 5.
You must
I'm not
be
sure.
seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace
There's
of
two
your
big
presence.
reasons I don't want to
Is
play
that
it.
clear?
First of all,
This kind of infiltration
or
is
three,
the Fox
actually.
unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site.
first reason
That goes for
is that
food.
apparently it's really long. I looked and it's like over 60 hours long. Like, Jesus Christ.
Now I see.
This
why
game is
you
good
said
because it's
about
only like
snakes.
15, 16
I
hours.
suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke too.
No, there's a good reason. For that.
Secondly,
I'll tell you later
I
when the
don't know
time
if I
is right.
can...
Gotcha.
Apparently it's an open world
Getting
game,
back to the subject. How
which...
exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
I find
You'll also
open world
find some valuable
games,
supplies in
I'm
your
liking them less and less because
Yeah, about the
developers put
backpack.
shit in open
I
world
lost it in
games
the
that
tree
just
on the
don't
way
need to be
down.
there. And it ends
I
up
see. Well,
feeling
better go back
more
and get it then. You know where it is?
like
problem.
tedious
I can
to
see it from
play
here.
rather than
It's
fun.
stuck on a branch.
And then the third
Find the
thing is
tree.
like
Stand
I
in
want to
front
play
of
it for the
tree
story,
that's
but I
covered
don't
in
know if I'll
ivy and
understand the
press
story
action
anyway.
button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the
But I
radio.
learned there's another
We can't
snake in
risk
there.
violating
There's
civilian
Venom
airspace,
Snake,
but I'll be in the gun shop.
who I don't know who he
My
is,
frequency is
but
140.85.
that's 4 different snakes that are all like
I'll
the
give
same
you a
person, I
call if
think,
I need to talk to
or
you.
like same
If you need
DNA,
to talk
whatever.
to me, use the send function.
It's a
Okay,
bunch of
Snake,
confusion.
go get your backpack.
It's a lot to take in. There we go. Oh, we can move the camera so well. Is that says health at the bottom? What's 10% mean? I don't know. Oh, he walks a little weirdly. Can I sprint? I don't think so. You don't really need to sprint. Oh, oh, is that my camo? Okay, thankfully it's not first person. I still don't like how close it is though. Anyway, is that still a thing? Oh, that's just the main menu. Oh, now it's that button. Now it's the what do you call this? You know, the big button. That's kind of funny because in the original game, at the beginning of the game, I kept pressing that button, thinking that it would get me to this menu when it doesn't. Like you have to press the pause button. So how do I call? One of the D-pad buttons? No? Alright, let's just He definitely walks a little weirdly. Whoa. So triangle used to just be the action button. Now it looks like it's like a dive button. So this is what I was kind of looking forward to the most, was this updated control scheme. Oh, it says X in front of a ladder. Oh, it automatically goes into there. Oh, there's a lot of things going on.
Proceed with the mission without any weapons or equipment. First, you'll need press the.
Okay, sorry. Oh, my bag's there. Oh, sorry. So it's not triangle anymore, it's X. See, back in, like, I think before the kind of late 2000s, we didn't really know what buttons were good for what things. Like, when you think of the X button is usually the select button.
Your backpack, Snake.
But back in the day, people didn't really know that. We were looking at a controller and being like, oh, it could be square, it could be triangle, it could be circle. Like, circle's normally like the back button, or aiming and firing is usually L2 and R2.
Choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer.
Yep, that's survival. After you, if your stamina gets too low, it'll.
Alright. Oh, this is big boss things.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
I like that it... See, you couldn't really skip forward, like, a couple lines. You either had to do, like, the whole thing.
You've lost weight.
It was weird.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really?
I know all about
I don't know
you.
anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
See, they give you all this fucking backstory. They just tell you
But
it.
there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
It would have been cool if we saw
I
them
taught you everything you
interacting
needed to
together
know
on a
about
mission.
fighting techniques. I taught you all I could.
It would have made the game
The
longer,
rest you
but
needed to learn on your own.
oh well.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to
I think it would have been even cooler
How
if
to think like a soldier?
she
I can teach you that.
was
A soldier needs to be strong and
maybe friendly for longer.
And the only thing you can learn from
Like maybe
someone
halfway during the game it becomes, oh, now you need to kill the boss.
doesn't even matter.
I don't know.
What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin.
Alright, I don't really care anymore.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Yeah, I don't like how we're just told.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
You know, like their relationship is pretty important to this game, but we're not really shown that they, you know, like, is that Snake? Oh, it is. Also, R2 is now, I pressed R2 just out of habit. So R2 is now that. Camouflage. So this is still a thing. But now I've got Flectran. Wearing it prevents battery drain. I think that could have been a cool idea, is to have abilities that go with your camo. Because like it gets a little annoying to have to change the camouflage all the time. You know? Alright, Woodland. I want to go through all of these. And like some of these you barely use. Like squares I don't think I used outside of that first building Sokolov's in. I don't even remember using tree bark. I used leaf a bit. Tiger stripe I use quite often. I think olive drab, the only time I used that was at the end of the game. And obviously, I never used naked. Flecton is a new one. I think naked's there if players want to make the game harder for themselves. Alright, we got backpack. CQC damage. Oh, I like that. I don't want the fucking microphone. Ready with R2 and press with L2 and press R2 to throw. So I can throw food. That's what I was talking about earlier. And I didn't really understand the difference between all the detectors and sensors. I only ever used the motion detector sometimes because I never felt like I really needed to use it. So like this one's a motion detector, obviously. If they're not moving, then it won't work. With this, you can detect people that do move, that aren't moving, but it also makes a noise. And this one just like vibrates. We also have a compass. You'll have an easier time finding your destination. Oh, is this like a waypoint thing? That's neat. Cause like I don't think I ever got truly lost. I think the only time I got stuck was when I was like outside of the one of the facilities, and I had to like crawl underneath this like narrow this passageway to get into it. But that was when I tried using interrogation. Be careful not to smoke too much. Didn't this like get rid of bugs or something? Does it not do that anymore? Well, I'm gonna get rid of these. I'll see what the compass does. So L2. Why does he stands really weird? So how do I use my knife when I'm down on the ground? Oh, that's nice. So obviously this like just is CQC. But if I wanna like oh, I see the compass. It's telling me where to go. I didn't really want to shoot it, but oh, this is the trank gun. Oh, yeah, I don't have my actual weapons yet. But how do I open? What's that? I guess. Can I move while I'm crouched? I can. That's pretty elite. But you know, normally there's a menu of my weapons. Ah, so that's how I use the radio. Can I radio the boss? So I have to hold down. Okay.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're.
I think I did that in the last game too. Oh, so I can't move. Oh, I can move in first person. It says stand tall. So am I like crouched or something? I don't know. But I can't move very often. So, okay, that gets rid of a gun. That gets rid of that. Oh, I've got to hold L2. And then I can use the camera stick to get the weapons. Okay. Now, are there enemies? Oh, I remember the gators. That's right. Rolling. Leap forward to perform a dive roll if you get over small gaps and obstacles. Oh, so many alligators. Alright, I remember in the original I went that way. Oh shit, I'm sinking. I didn't even fucking realize. Oh, sorry, Snake. Yeah, I think I went that way in the original. I'm gonna sink in here though. Yeah, so I don't want to go in there. I've got to go the long way. Oh, there's a gator in there. Don't do anything. I am not delicious. Oh shit, there's one there. Wait, what's the button again? Oh, the left one, yeah. Maybe I shoot it. There's something floating over there. You know, there's no point really getting item. I'm sorry? I can't swim in this? Was I drowning? Was I like sinking? Was that what was happening? I thought I was just like going deeper into the water. Oh, whoops. How do I get across then? Because I can't make it then. Do I have to go that way? Oh, I'm sinking. Fuck. Oh. Well, maybe they've told me to do the triangle thing because it's important. Oh, I see. It has a little bit of a drop. There we go. Okay. I mean, I don't think I ever came across like quicksand or like mud like that ever again. So it was only really for that one section. In fact, I don't think there's another crocodile in the game ever again. Not that I remember anyway. Oh yeah, there is
Major,
people.
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
I think I'll do a much better job dealing with them now.
Your pre-
Alright, I got it, I got it, I got it. Yes, I remember this section. Alright, I'm at the highest camouflage though, aren't I? Yeah. I remember there was something in here. Bug juice. And now I know that headshots are instant. 65, 90. That's cool. What was that? I didn't realize that I stood up when I aimed. Although it doesn't actually change my... hold R2 to grab an enemy. And then moving while R2 to throw? What does that mean? Like I throw the enemy? Is that once I've grabbed them? No, it says while next to an enemy. I don't know, anyway. Should we try doing a pacifist run? There's an enemy down there. That's right, there's quite a few of them, I remember. Well, I'll say quite a few, there's not that many, but yeah, still a decent amount. Whoops. And I noticed that square is to reload. I hope that's not the only thing square is used for. But that's pretty helpful. In the first game, you couldn't actually reload. I don't think there was a button for it. I could just progress. I think it's around here somewhere. Or do I have to go over here? I'm not going to deal with them. If I can just get out of here. Oh, the bridge. That's right. I don't need to, like, see every single time. Like a cutscene every time I go to a new area. Oh. Can I drop beehives on people? Could I do that in the first game? I feel like I say the first game. Like the original. Yeah, you can, like, actually aim and fire, which is really, really nice. 65%. 90 is better. I'm just going to stay down like this. I'm not sure if he can see me from down there.